Okay, I'm going to do some commentary on what Kent Hovind has to say about the Flat Earth movement, and because he talks quite a bit about it here in this, and a lot of what he says just really doesn't add up. So we're going to cover it. Let's get on this.
Or better yet, since you're so smart, why don't you call him and debate him? Good idea. Jesus says we're not trolls. We take the Bible literally. The Bible clearly says we live on a stationary, enclosed realm. This is the flat earthers, okay? I will argue that till my eyes fall out. Okay, well, Joe, go ahead then. You just go ahead. Any pastor can't tell me otherwise. I believe that. Some people don't receive any correction or wisdom, okay?
Wait a second. Whoa. Okay. This is something that is very close and dear to my heart. The whole pastor thing, not receiving any correction or wisdom, it's disturbing because the Bible is so clear on what it teaches. Evolution is a lie. Kent Hovind agrees with that. There's a ton of pastors out there that you can't listen to, first off, because they think that you can mix evolution with creation. There's even a ton of pastors out there who even think that Genesis is just all literary speech and poems and allegory. So you can't listen to those pastors. There's a ton of pastors out there who think that the flood isn't true. That the flood was just that it was just a local flood and not a global flood. So, saying that we don't listen to our pastors and we can't take correction, Kent, which pastors am I supposed to listen to? I had a pastor, and he never even looked into the Flat Earth movement. You always misrepresent what is being stated by us. I remember watching a video one time where you talked about the Flat Earth movement and all the answers that we give as being backwoods country, like a ghetto rigged answer. I'm sorry, that's not true. Whenever you get science involved, perspective is a fact. At something, and eventually it gets far enough away, it shrinks down to a little tiny dot, and then it vanishes, and you cannot see the dot anymore. That's the reason that you cannot see an insect. There are millions, trillions of insects flying around in our air every day. Clouds of insects flying around in the air that we live in and breathe every day. So many insects. And you can't see all these insects, because ultimately, once they get far enough from your eye, and they don't even have to be that far, they become just too small to see. So perspective is a scientific fact. Whereas to say that a boat goes over the curvature of the earth, we can't prove that with telescopes. All that telescopes prove is that perspective is a real thing. So to say that our answers are ghetto rigged, I mean, that's just wrong. And I'm sorry, but whenever you say that we can't take correction from our pastors, I tried to talk to my pastor about flat earth. He called me an idiot to my face. I'm sorry, but I don't care who you are. Nobody calls me an idiot. That's a good way to lose church membership. That's a good way to lose friends. I'm sorry, but I have looked into flat earth. And that's the reason that I'm convinced. Anybody who looks into flat earth will become convinced because flat earth is true. I'm sure that and to swing this back around, I'm sure that there are a lot of pastors who would disagree with you about the evolution creation issue. There are a lot of pastors who would say that you are wrong. There are a lot of pastors that would say that you are wrong for pushing the issue so much. So, whenever you say that we can't take correction from our pastors, which pastors are you talking about? The pastors that haven't looked into this? And you haven't even looked into it that much.